Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With, Kirk, though. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With, Kirk, though. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. Who you with, Kirk? I'm out. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With, Kirk, though. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With, Kirk, though. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With, Kirk, though. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With, Kirk, though. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome to Speak On It with Who You With, Kirk, though. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With, Kirk, though. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome to Speak On It with Who You With, Kirk, though. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With, Kirk, though. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome to Speak On It. Welcome to Speak On It. I'm welcome to Speak On It. Welcome to Speak On It. I'm welcome to Speak On It. Welcome to Speak On It. I'm welcome to speak. Welcome to speak. I'm 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 Who You With, Kirk, dog. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With, Kirk, dog. I'm Who You With, Kirk, dog. Welcome everyone to the show tonight. Everyone on Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, Twitch, Twitter, be live is in the house. You can live chat with us in the chat room. If you are on my personal page, please go over to the show page, and then we can display your message as they come in on the stream. So definitely take advantage of that. So definitely whatever platform you're on, please take the time to like, share, subscribe. Let your friends know we are live. And so tonight we're going to talk about a couple of things tonight. I don't know if y'all heard about the Florida Highway Patrol trooper George Simmons that tased a 16-year-old. And if you haven't seen that video, you want to take a look at it because it's very disturbing. Luckily, the young man is okay, but we're going to talk about that tonight. Then we also going to talk about Morgan-Lloyd. Yeah, the first person that was found guilty for the Capitol riot attack on January 6th of this year. So we're going to talk about that. Then also, we're going to talk about the old Pride Boys selling BLM shirts. Yeah, and we'll hit on that also. So hopefully y'all had a great day once again. And please feel free to live chat with us, and let a friend know if you're just not tuning in. You are listening to Speak On It with Who You With, Kirk, dog. You can live chat with us. Please take the time to like, share, subscribe to the channel, and let your friends know we are live. And this is a platform for everyone, regardless of who you are or anything. As long as you come on here, no conspiracy theory, and bring facts. That's all we ask. And be respectful. Be respectful. That's all we ask for. So this story came out. I seen it yesterday, and by the time I seen it, I already had the show planned for yesterday. But this trooper, Florida State Trooper, George Smyrnios, and this is why we continue to talk about stories like this, because this is very disturbing. So a state trooper in Florida profiled and used excessive force when he fired a stun gun at a teenager who was in his girlfriend's backyard waiting to see her. The boy's mother said on Wednesday. Christina Robbins' son, Jack, 16, who she said is biracial, was in his girlfriend's backyard in Fort Myers on June 16th when a Florida Highway Patrol trooper is seen on a private video asking the teenager to put his hands behind his back. Now, what Jack actually did was text his girlfriend to let him know he was there and what was going on. Um, in the meantime, the trooper decided to tase him, and the boy falls, hit his head, and back up against a fire pit. When he fell hard enough where the fire pit broke. That's how hard he fell. So he was profiled because he is black in black clothes. There is no doubt in my mind, Roman said. He wasn't doing anything wrong. He literally was just walking down the street going to his girlfriend. And imagine of the, I'm sorry, a different video came up of some more cops. So I was trying to see why this cop was thumping this guy. A different, he was profiled and biracial. Imagine of the incident captured in the video provided to Robin by the family of Jack's girlfriend caused her to lose her breath. She said, when I seen the video, I thought, oh my God, that hurt my heart. Official with the Highway Patrol did not respond to multiple requests for comments Wednesday. NBC affiliated WBBF in Fort Myers reported the department is conducting an internal investigation. Robin provided NBC News with the probable cause statement written by the trooper who arrested her son last week. The trooper was identified in the report as George Simmons. In his report, the trooper said the teen was dressed in suspicious clothing when he turned into a private neighborhood named Timberlake. I saw the defendant, a suspicious person dressed in black pants, black sweater, hoodie, and black tennis shoes, said the probable cause report. Simmons wrote the teen saw his patrol vehicle and darted away and hid in thick shrubbery, which made him more suspicious. The teen walked onto a backyard, the report said. His behavior, demeanor, and body language appeared to be a burglar. It looked to me like he had just committed a crime or was about to commit a crime. The trooper wrote. The trooper then motioned with his hands for the teenager to come to him. The boy said no, the report read. Simmons asked again, telling the teen he's a police officer. The teen entered a different backyard, and Simmons then pulled out his taser and told the teen he would use it against him if he didn't comply. The red dot was placed on his back, and I deployed the taser. The probe struck his upper right shoulder and upper right buttocks. Simmons wrote. Defendant fell to the ground. I told him to place his hands behind his back. He failed to comply, so I activated the taser again. The probable cause statement said Jack was arrested and charged with failing to obey a lawful order, resisting without violence, and possession of fewer than 20 grams of marijuana. The report in Robin said Jack took a bottle of her prescription marijuana without permission. So the whole thing is, if you could pull up the video, very disturbing. Welcome to the show, Marcella Smith. I didn't see you come in. I was actually reading, so welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. T-Cal is in the house, always supporting the show. Her and Marcella's both. Just like them, you can also live chat with us if you are on the page for the podcast. You can live chat with us and I can display your message. If you are on my private page, please go over to Speak On It with Who You With, Kirk Dog, and you too can be seen. Um, so with this, when I seen the video, I'm like, okay, this have to be crazy. The troopers there, and you could clearly see the young man texting, and all of a sudden the trooper just tased him because he was walking. I read several articles about it. One report said he was walking in a wealthy, kind of a wealthy neighborhood, and he looked suspicious, and the trooper decided to follow him. Well, we've seen incidents like this before where, unfortunately, if you are a darker color, they automatically feel like you are suspicious, which is not always the case. We've seen incidents where um, the ones that should be a suspect, they don't bother them because they don't have that, they cut their skin haven't been kissed by God's son. So basically they get away scotch-free, but then an innocent person is charged. Now here it is. He talked about he resisted. How can you resist if you've been tased? When you are tased, um, when you are tased, um, um, hold on. When you are tased, it's gonna keep you from moving. It's gonna have you in shock until that tase stops. So how can he resist if he been tased? That don't make sense. So basically, this trooper have lied and trying to cover his tail. That's basically what this trooper had done. Now I don't even know why the trooper was in that neighborhood, but he probably live over there and just feel like, hey, why is he in my neighborhood? I don't know, but it's going to be interesting to find out. And also, if I'm not mistaken, the mother have reached out to uh, Ben Crump, attorney Ben Crump, and he's representing the family. And the thing is, this should never happen. Just because you don't look like somebody who's supposed to be in that neighborhood doesn't mean it's not true. Kind of like when we seen the young man, I believe it was in one of the Carolinas, where the military man approached the young black man that said he wasn't supposed to be there, wanted to know exactly where he lived at and why was he in that neighborhood. He shouldn't be there. And luckily the police came out and they arrested the vet. Unfortunately, he was wrong for what he did. Um, I agree with you, TK. They say it and do it every time. Shameful, because it have to be equal justice around across the board, and not just when it benefits you. And that's the problem that we run into quite a bit, because um, it's not equal justice at all. And some people may feel like, oh yeah, everything that is going on is equal. No, it's not. Be honest, it's not equal justice in America. It's no way. If you're black or Hispanic, you're going to get a harsher time. But if you are white, you feel like you're right. And they're going to give you a slap on the wrist, kind of like Anna Morgan-Lloyd. Yeah, Anna Morgan-Lloyd. Here it is. Part of the terrorist attack that happened on Capitol Hill. She's the first one to get charged. She agreed to plead guilty and get a slap on the wrist. After you do a terrorist attack on America, you get a slap on the wrist. You go to Capitol Hills trying to overthrow our government for listening to a fool, and they say because you're a grandmother, you 49 years old, she shouldn't go to jail. We'll just flap her 3 years probation, 120 um, community service, and a $500 fine. But once again, here it is. Who's stuck with paying for all those damage? Each and every one of us are, because the damage that they cause is going to come out of our tax dollars. We're having to pay for that. Why should we pay for something for a terrorist attack? And if there was any other terrorists that came over here and attacked us, they wouldn't be going on family vacation or company trips or any type of trip. They would be in jail. Matter of fact, if there was any other terrorists, if that was a BLM protest that attacked Capitol Hill, it would have came out to be a murder situation because they would have been shot down. We've seen when protests happen near Capitol Hill, they have every available police officer in that area lined up on the steps. But they knew way far in advance what was going to happen on January 6th, and they did not prepare for it. And then you're talking about, oh, she's a grandmother. Well, Bill Cosby, I believe he have grandkids, but either way, he's what, 20 or 30 years older than her? But he's still sitting in jail and blind. Yeah, he pled guilty. He admit to what he did, just like she did. Hell, she should be in jail, just like Bill Cosby. And they say there's no difference between black and white laws. That's a lie. That's America for you. It's a big difference between black and white laws. Um, so don't tell me it's not a difference. It's a big difference, because there's no way we should be dealing with these type of actions in 2021. It's no way they should be trying to do voter suppression in 2021. It don't make sense. Um, T. Cal said, but Bill Cosby is near death, goes to jail. Exactly. Matter of fact, how about the ones that uh, the lady that caused the death of Emmett Till because of a lie, and she admit she lied. They still trying to investigate. She should be in jail. Um, Marcella said, "I don't want to defund the police. I just want a refund. My tax dollars have been used unlawful, but I don't feel I got the jail. I don't feel I got to jail, but they can use my money any way they want. Something is wrong." Exactly. I feel like they need to pay for it. They the ones that did a terrorist act on America. And please, I know I didn't talk about this yesterday. Don't get fooled because Biden signed Juneteenth into a federal law. It's a lot of folks that don't like black folks that's going to benefit from that federal law, because guess what? They're going to get off work. They're going to get paid for it. And they don't give a damn about black folks. So don't think just because Biden is signed that law is benefiting black folks. That's a law that's going to benefit everybody. And then on top of that, what about all these hate laws he signed? It should be no hate at all. But instead, he want to put particular race on these laws instead of coming out and saying, hey, it shouldn't be any hate going on. But once again, they don't care about black folks. They don't care. Now, I know some of you may not believe it, but yeah, they don't care about black folks. Um, Hell, they can't get it passed. Well, they got passed for the Asian real quick. And we seen how that cop did. That cop hit her up and said that that alleged that guy that did the shooting on the Asian, he was having a bad day. Hell, I have bad days all the time. But that don't mean I'm gonna go out here and shoot up stuff. Like I said last week, I was having a bad time. And what I do, I took some time off to clear my head. Had to clear my mind for the simple fact, um, it's a lot going on. Yeah, I come on here, I laugh, I joke, have a good time. But y'all don't know what I deal with off the camera. I thank God for my wife. So yeah, I thank God for my friends. So the thing is, it's a different law between black and white. It's a different law, and it shouldn't be. You say it's justice for all. No, it's not. No, it's not. If it was justice for all, we wouldn't have all these unarmed black people getting killed. So no, it's not justice for all. And I can't say it's the police force, because only ones that are doing it are the white police officers. Those are the ones that we hear killing unarmed black and brown, unarmed blacks and Hispanics, the white policemen. So yeah, it's a problem. And I know some people gonna argue, oh, it's more white folks uh, killed by the police all the time. But it's a lot of white folks that do mass shooting and get taken away with nothing wrong with them. They stop by Burger King, get a meal. Y'all do everything for them to prevent them from being shot and killed when it was deserved. I'm not saying just go out here and kill folks, but here it is. You have an unarmed black man that you say that is suspicious or looks suspicious because of the color of his skin or because of what he's wearing. You shoot first, ask question later. And the first thing you say, well, I felt my life was threatened. But then you have somebody who already assaulted an employee at a hardware store with a board because of the mask mandate. Police pull him over. He drag a trooper on his truck, then take the trooper baton and hit him with it. And there was another cop behind the truck ready to shoot and made the decision not to shoot. And the guy was taken to jail. So you tell me what's wrong with that picture. It's too many of this that is going on, where when it's dealing with someone other than a Caucasian descendant, it's shoot first, ask question later. And it's not across the board, because if it was, it would be more black police officers shooting folks. So it's not that. But I hope y'all go and pull up this video of the Florida Highway Patrolman, George Simpson, or Simpsons. Pull it up, watch the video. That young man fell so hard. Now, you know, a fire pit have to be pretty solid because it hold fire. but he fell hard enough to break a chunk out of it. Hit it with his head. Thank God it didn't kill him, or he don't have no major injuries behind it. But once again, a lot of people are going to feel like, well, he didn't follow what the trooper said. You look at the video. The young man was not a threat to that officer at all. He was up there texting his girlfriend. And after he was tased, the girlfriend came out the house. It was kind of like as soon as he was tased, she was walking out. So he wasn't a threat to that officer. Only thing was a threat was the color of his skin. So yeah, that's a problem. And then old Annie Morgan-Lloyd, slap on the wrist. I'm like, really? That's what you get when you attack America? A slap on the wrist? Oh, I guess you got to make sure you yell out, "It's my rights. It's my rights. We're going to overturn the election. It's my right to do it." One story talking about Indiana grandmother pled guilty to a single charge of demonstrating a picketing. Excuse me. Picketing in the Capitol building, becoming the first of more than 400 defendants to be sentenced in connection with the Capitol riot. Anna Morgan-Lloyd, 49, of Bloomfield, Indiana, entered her plea Wednesday afternoon in a virtual hearing before U.S. District Judge Ross C. Lambert. In exchange, the Department of Justice agreed to recommend 3 years of probation. Oh, this one said 40 hours of community service. I said 120, some store different things. But they saying 40 hours of community service and a $500 fine. And there was well over several $1 million worth of damage done to the done to Capitol Hill because of that. But I said a long time ago that a lot of these folks gonna get a slap on the wrist, and they're not gonna hold them accountable. I didn't even see what you said, T-Cal. I'm talking about, hell, I had a bad day today, and I'm at home drinking wine. And there you go. You're not out hurting nobody. You're not trying to hurt nobody. You taking it to the bottle to relax. And I've seen this other story. I'm gonna hit on this one real quick. The Oath Keepers have agrees to cooperate, testify against others in 16-person conspiracy case. It's gonna get interesting. So they agrees to cooperate, testify against others. Graydon Young pled guilty to conspiracy and obstruction of an official proceeding in connection with the Capitol. He faced up to 20 years in prison. And Florida Oath Keeper agreed Wednesday to cooperate with an ongoing federal investigation into the militia involvement in the January 6th Capitol breach, becoming the second member of a group to agree to testify against its associate. Yeah. Graydon Young, 54, of Inglewood, Florida, appeared in person before U.S. District Judge Emmett P. made it to plead guilty to 2 felony counts of conspiracy and obstruction of an official proceeding. Yan faces a maximum of 20 years in prison and a $250,000 fine, although Math said estimated sentence guideline in Yan case called for between 63 to 78 months. So they don't know. Mike tried to tell us years ago when he came out with that song. Marcella said, all I'm going to say is they don't really care about us. Mike was on to something, Michael Jackson. They don't really care about us. They never have, never did, and never will. So yeah. So now a lot of them are starting to take plea deals to work with them, and so it's looking bad. They're gonna do what they have to do to basically save themselves. Save themselves. I wouldn't be surprised if you don't get a slap on the wrist too. I'm telling you, as we said, that it's not going to be the same. If that was BLM trying to take over Capitol Hill, they never would have made it that far. Never would have. Would have made it up the steps. So I ran across this story while I took some time off. And this came from the Roots. And I've seen it on different other platforms. Proud Boy leader is too broke to be proud. So now he's selling Black Lives Matter t-shirt. And what? No, I'm not making this up. So now I'm gonna read it like the Roots put it. In today's episode of This Nigga here, Enrique Tarrio, a man who's surprisingly still a leader of the infamous conservative Nazi fanboy club, the Proud Boys, said that he has had to resort to selling Black Lives Matter and anti-Trump t-shirts in order to make money because his organization of bumbling idiots and visor sunglasses have been shunned by banks and card companies into broke bitch hood. Apparently, being a traitor to his own message was the only way for him to stay afloat. But more importantly, this is why ninjas can't just be buying BLM merch from any old Judas without the Messiah as vendor who has it for sale. Anyway, Turner, who was once arrested for burning BLM banners, revealed to the Wall Street Journal that the far-right group, the Oath Keepers, breaking up the white supremacist band after board member accused the founder of spending its money on hair dye, steaks, and guns. Yes, I'm currently imagining Guy Fieri eating a steak dinner while holding up a 45 caliber pistol with an strip on it that read 45 is still my president. Why do you ask? So due to the Oath Keeping fighting, the leader of Proud Boys choked off from the financial system is printing Black Lives Matter t-shirts to make money, the Journal report. Basically, banks and card processing service was fucking with the Proud Boys because it turns out being associated with the insurrection and unite the right coats, it isn't a good look for a reputable business. So terrorists started a secret company to sell activists and well-meaning liberals their own slogan back to them because fuck it, the guy's already an Afro-Cuban leader of a white national movement. So if someone were to try to tell him he couldn't possibly be a bigger fraud, He'll just sell them a T-shirt that read "Hold my beer." Actually, that brings me back to why earlier I wrote that I was surprised Tarrio was still even a Proud Boy leader. In January, the group reported that Tarrio was outed as an informant for the FBI and local law enforcement in South Florida, which he reportedly became following a 2012 fraud case in which he pled guilty to helping sell stolen goods. For many years, Papa Toro had cops raiding marijuana grow spots. He was testifying against fellow thieves stolen shirts, with stolen shit for sale. He was going undercover to help the law bust up illegal immigration smuggling ring. Bruh, this ninja has basically Tech 6ix9ine without the Harley Quinn makeover. Um, I guess I'm surprised that the Proud Boys, with all of their tendency toward criminal activity, would still accept the man affectionately referred to as Snitchy Matt Snitcherton from Snitchville, telling you Paulus as a leader they can trust. Anyway, Tur wouldn't tell the journal the name of his fake activist merchandise company, where along with BLM shirts, he said impeach 45 shirts. So again, we're all just going to have to be careful about where we get our BLM appeal from, so we don't end up giving our money to the devil where it's supposed to be fighting. Broke ass white supremacists are fucking up the whole game. Damn. And that was from The Roots. If y'all haven't subscribed to The Roots, y'all need to check them out because they keep it 100 on that. Um, but yeah, so the Proud Boys are selling BLM merchandise and anti-Trump merchandise. So you need to know who you getting your merchandise from. And because he's biracial, partially Cuban, partially black, you won't know. Um, so if you don't know who he is, somebody come out, oh, it's a brother selling a shirt. Let me buy one from him. So you need to do your homework and make sure you know who you buying it from, because if not, you could be up supporting white supremacists, even though he's not white. Um, so I'm just saying you need to know who you buying from, and that's kind of like for me. I was telling some people, uh, family members. Some of them got pissed at me. I don't care. Um, I don't support business that support those type of groups that is openly support them. Kind of like my wife and I. Whenever we go to San Antonio, we always support a particular restaurant. Well, found out over the weekend they had to tell this owner he could not give more money to Trump campaign. And I'm like, man, that messed me up because I had taste for it. Because whenever we go, and we normally grab something on the way home. Couldn't do it this time. And I said, look, I'm not going to support that company because he giving that money to the line 45. So I'm not going to do it. And basically, he didn't care about what it could do to his business, long as he serving good quality food. Well, talking with some family members last night on our family call, they was like, so you mean to tell me a place that got good food, you willing not to go there because he gave the money to 45 campaign? I said, you damn right. If I know that a company is publicly giving money to something I don't stand for, no, I will not go there. So we had a discussion about it. They talking about that's crazy. No, it's not. I would not support somebody who I know that is supporting white supremacy or supporting someone that never should have been our leader. So no, I won't support them. That tells me what they think about me. And as far as they concerned, they may be looking at, because San Antonio is a mixed crowd. It's a mixed people in there. Yeah, it's a lot of Hispanics, but it's a lot of blacks there. And it's a military town. So you're telling me all the um, black folks that don't think or don't support those organizations, only thing you're saying is basically, look at all these black folks giving me that money, and I'm gonna support Trump, and you won't get another dime from me. And they have restaurants all over San Antonio, and I'm like, nope, won't do it. My wife and I had talked about it yesterday morning. We are planning on stopping. We are mapping our day out as we got ready to come back, and then we found that out. I said, well, damn, can't support him, won't support him. So other than that, we just kept going. We stopped somewhere else and supported them. But if we know that a company is supporting someone like that, kind of like the list that came out last year, all these big major companies that have donated to his campaign, I haven't supported them since. Wendy's, I haven't supported none of them. Exactly, exactly. And Marcella said, you were basically paying for Trump campaign. Exactly. I don't support Wendy's for the simple fact, well, I'm going to support them. And I know you're giving money to Trump. I'm like, to the hell with you. I'm not going to support them. So, yeah, we had a discussion about it last night. But like I told him, I said, hell, if I know they are openly supporting him, no, I would not do it, because they still keeping that lie going on. I know people saying, I guess what's trending today, the fact that Ivanka and Jared is separating from Trump. Don't believe the hype. That's probably something their attorney said. You need to separate from him for you can look better in court. That's all it is. It's just a game. It's a political game. Don't is for they could get a better sentence, or they could look better in court. Mm. Question of the day: would you kill the world to save yourself? Would I kill the world, or is that or is that toward Trump? Because I'm like this. Uh, I have a list of people I would lay my life down for. So, um, because I'm like this, I'm all about doing what's right. Because whatever I do, um, I will be held accountable for it. So to kill the world to save myself, if it's my time to go, it's my time. I would love to be here a long time, but that's not guaranteed, especially during these times. So, so it, I guess the thing is, would you kill the world? When you say kill the world, oh no, I'm not Will Smith. What was that movie he was in? No, because hell, you probably be depressed. You by yourself walking around with a dog, nothing else to do. So, uh, no, that won't benefit nothing. It's not it's not my duty to decide who live and not to live. And That's all up to God. Um, so no, but my thing is, um, I'm like, hey, it's definitely not up to me. So yeah, that's interesting. Matter of fact, I have a question for tomorrow. I'm gonna save it for tomorrow while Miss Risky is on the show. So it's gonna be interesting. Now tomorrow, she been working on some stuff. She sent me an email today, and she have a list of stuff that she been working on. We was gonna do it last week because I took the time off. She done more research and found out more things. So the history tomorrow is going to be very interesting. So you definitely want to tune in tomorrow. And then I'm also throw a question out there um, tomorrow because I'm curious to know how people feel about some of the headline. Oh yeah, I know you'll be here. I know you will. Hey, I told Miss Risky, hey, we should have a dating show. Um, get people set up and uh, get people set up, ask them questions, and see if it's a good fit. If it's a good fit. Matter of fact, Marcellus, thank you for reaching out last Thursday. I did send you a message back. Um, I didn't go into detail, but yeah, I needed that time off. I did. And thank you for always supporting the show. So yeah, I know you'll be here tomorrow because as soon as Miss Risky come on, it's like everything else don't mean a thing to you. Uh, I don't care what you got going on, you'll be in the house. And she's when I tell you she been working on some stuff. Matter of fact, I think I think she said it's like 18 pages long of stuff she been working on. And I'm like, okay. Trying to see what she said. Um, no, it was 16 pages, and it was more than that at first. And she cut it down to get to 16. So it's going to be a lot of stuff she's going to talk about tomorrow. I think it will be pretty good. Something that some people need to know um, about America and how America handle its business. So, and how they handle their business when it comes to Black people. And it's going to be very interesting. So definitely tune in tomorrow. And I'm going to ask the question tomorrow. Um, and I want to know people' true feelings about it. I don't want you um, to really just your true feeling, your thoughts, because I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna ask the question tomorrow, so and we'll talk about it. So I will put it up on the notification tomorrow for you already know what it is. And so if you're not following the page, please take the time to like, share, subscribe to the channel. Click the notification for you know exactly when we are live. We're here Sunday through Thursday, 8 p.m. Central Time. And you can always chat live with us and let us know where you are, what city or country you in, because we have people from all over. Um, have Radio Chaos that is out of Canada that is a faithful listener. We have people all the way across the river over in the UK that have tuned in. We have them all over, so you can definitely be a part of it, be a part of the chat, and we can display your messages up on the stream when they come in, and be a part of it. We are a live show. We don't pre-record. I will play replays if we're not on, but other than that, we are live. So But other than that, I appreciate y'all for tuning in tonight. Tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Central Time. Please be on time because Miss Risky have a great history lesson tomorrow. She may be doing history and then doing this report. So, um, but we'll have it set up tomorrow, and I will have a question for everyone on tomorrow. And look like was that radio that just snuck in? I don't know for sure, but I seen somebody else come in. Um, but we will. I'm telling you, we finna do some things. It, this is always a open show. You can always call, but if you ever call in, that's why I had the number strolling across the top. If you ever call in during the show, I just ask one question, one thing. Please do not block your number. I already get too many spam calls. If you block your number, I won't answer. And be respectful. Come with facts. That's all I ask, and everybody is welcome. So you can definitely tune in and be a part of it. So tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Central Time, Miss Risky will be in the house. I love each and every one of you. Thank you for supporting the show. And I can't wait to share what we have coming up in the future. So until then, I love each and every one of you.